When I first moved into my 150-year-old ranch, I thought it would be a peaceful, fresh start. The land was historic, the house had character, and I wanted nothing more than to enjoy a quiet life away from chaos. But peace wasn't what my new HOA had in mind. Within days of settling in, I heard a knock on my door. Standing there were 3 board members, arms crossed, papers in hand. They told me my ranch was violating community standards. My jaw nearly dropped. This ranch had been standing for over a century long before their HOA even existed. I politely told them it was private property, but they smirked and said, "Not anymore. You'll have to comply with us." The next morning, I woke up to flashing lights. They had actually called the cops, claiming I was trespassing on my own land. I couldn't believe it. I showed the officers my deed and legal papers, proving ownership. The cops shrugged and told the HOA to back off, but the smug looks on their faces told me this wasn't over. I decided to dig deeper, and that's when I found something shocking. The HOA had recently gone through leadership changes, and elections for the new president were happening that very week. I knew exactly what I had to do. I talked to my neighbors, who were just as sick of the HOA's bullying as I was. They told me story after story of harassment, unfair fines, and constant intimidation. These people weren't protecting the neighborhood, they were running it like their personal kingdom. So, I threw my name into the election. The HOA laughed at me, mocked me, even tried to block me from running, but the community rallied behind me. When the votes were counted, I wasn't just the newest homeowner in the area, I was the new HOA boss. At the very next meeting, those same board members who tried to bully me sat across the table, pale and speechless. I reminded them that my ranch wasn't going anywhere, and neither was I. Then, one by one, I struck down the ridiculous rules they had forced on my neighbors. For the first time in years, the community cheered inside that meeting room. And the best part? The same people who once tried to take away my ranch now had to answer to me. So, when the HOA called the cops to intimidate me, they never imagined the tables would turn this hard. They thought they could bully me into giving up my land. But in the end, I didn't just protect my ranch. I became their boss, and I made sure everyone got the justice they deserved.